Hey everyone. So this is going to be my Scott video. And you might wonder, if you've never played the game before, what is a Scott video? So a Scott video, well, Scott is a hostage of bandits. And my understanding is he can randomly be with different bandits. So you never know exactly where he can be. But once you rescue him, he has basically one talent, one skill, one thing that he can do for your camp, and that is Scott cuts trees. That's what he does. He cuts trees. Lots of trees. Every tree. As many trees as he can get his hands on, Scott cuts them. So Scott, I got a task for you. Alright? So wait. Let's look at this. So if you're wondering, how do we get this to work? One, we're going to look at number 2. I gave him a rifle. I didn't give him any bullets. I gave him a melee weapon. I've never seen Scott fight anything ever. But I gave him an axe. And I think this axe has always been at this percentage. I think I wouldn't give Scott like a 100% axe. I just give him whatever your lowest percentage axe left. And he never seems to do any damage to the axe. The axe never gets worn down. So this basically lasts as long as Scott lasts. You can give him... Doesn't look like you can give him any items yet. Maybe that's for the future. So anyway, we could talk to Scott. They say, "Greet, Scott. How are you today?" "Yeah, I'm fine." "Hey, Scott. So I have a... Okay, let's get out of this. Scott. Okay. And you say, "Okay. Well, what about nothing? Just let me know if you need anything." Well, gosh. Now that you're talking about, I do need something, Scott. Okay. Well, 1. What's number 2? No number 2, no number 3? Well, I guess we're going to have to go for number 1. Assign task, cut down trees. How long will it take? 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours? So right now it's 3 hours is the maximum. So he can put the trees in his inventory, I believe, and then I could take them out if I want. I could have him pick up logs, have him pick up leaves, or just leave the stump. I don't want any of these things. I want Scott to cut trees down. Okay? That's what Scott does. It's what he is best at. This is all Scott's handiwork. He's done this over by my base. There is a range to how far Scott can go. So you might say, okay, now that you've got Scott, he's cutting trees and it takes time, you might wonder, okay, so now you got that. Is there any other special tricks? Well, yes, there is, now that you've asked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab some of these logs, and I'm going to make wood out of them, because I can use wood to make other things. Lots of other things. Let's take a look at what we can do with wood. Well, nothing here. We can do wood scrap to make a barrel fire. Alright. Anything here? No. Well, we can make a water barrel. We can actually make firewood. I'll show you that in a second. Make a trash bin to make stuff you don't want go away forever and ever now and then. A tanning rack. Make a workbench, but you don't really need to make a workbench. All you have to do is find the one that's in the game and then take it for yours. Blacksmith place. So if you're not going to try to make your base over by the lumber mill where the blacksmith place is, you can make your own blacksmith place, so you don't have to keep driving back and forth between whatever is your actual base, whether it's the White House or one of the other cabins, or you end up deciding to take the logging mill, one of those camps that doesn't have the infected. But still, those infected, later patches, the developer may decide to put something in that empty one that nothing is in. So I would caution you against taking that, getting too invested. Here's a sawmill. You can make this, but the thing is, there is a sawmill over by the logging camp. So there is one there. You can just grab that one. You don't need to grab another one. See more things. You can make a reloading bench. That's for making ammo. And I have one of those. And now that I have it, man, I'm going to work on making ammo. So you can make a small cabin. So I made a small cabin. It's right over here. So in order to get Scott out here, you have to build a cabin, like a cabin that's a basic base. So this is that's the least expensive to make base that you can create out here in the middle of nowhere. The reason why we do it out here is I want him to cut this wood. You might say, oh, why are you cutting all those trees down? That's not environmentally friendly. What about global warming? Yeah, that's not good. So, I don't care. The issue is to get Scott out here, and I have him out here. Okay, you can't reach there. All right, you're coming back. You're coming back. Scott, I need to assign you some jobs. Okay, I need you to do some work for me. Let's see where he goes. Okay, so he couldn't get far. He can only go so far. He can only go so far before he can't go any further from that base over there. So it's like we'll start here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So I don't know exactly how many steps. I'm just counting off 35 steps. If you know how far Scott can go before he can't go any further away from the base, then you can try to plant the base somewhere where you can get the maximum amount of trees, within an area cleared out. And again, you're just like, you haven't told us why you're doing this. So there is the logging mill over that way, and over that way is also a mine, the small mine, the very small mine. I think I did a video about the tricks and tips I have for how you can use the small mine and how you can save your game and then reload it to get the nodes, the mining nodes, to respawn. But the problem is it's very difficult to drive through these trees. I'm constantly hitting them, and when it gets dark, it gets really scary because I don't want to roll over my truck, and I don't want to get stuck in the dark in the middle of trees. It's like one of my fewest, it's one of the things I like the least, I'd have to admit. So I'm having, the usual way is over there, way over there, way past all the tree line. There's a road that goes down past the first, well, not the first, but one of the bandit camps. And I swear to God, if they're there, they'll take a shot at me no matter how fast I go. And it just, I hate it. Scares the crap out of me sometimes. I'm not expecting it. And there are cars there, so you gotta watch out for the cars. And not only there are cars there, but the road is uneven, so you gotta watch how you drive on the road. Because if you take it fast and you hit that uneven part of the road, you could flip your car. And if you flip it over by the bandit camp, well, you can, I hope you saved your game. Because they're gonna take you to town. You're gonna get that. They're gonna kill you really fast. So what I have good old Scott doing here is he is going to cut down trees. He's going to keep cutting down trees so that now I have a visibly open path to get down to the logging mill and then down to the mine. It's not that I really need the logging mill because now I have my own forge and smelt. Or blacksmith, camp, or blacksmith tools at my, oh God, I can never remember what it's called. The blacksmith forge, whatever. I have that set up at the White House. But it's because going down that way is the way that I would have to take as part of my shortcut to get over to the mine, the small mine. And there's really no road or any other easier way to get through besides these trees. So I got Scott over there cutting down trees. And while he's cutting them down, look at all this good stuff that's getting dropped on the ground. You know, this is really good stuff. You can pick this up and make sticks out that you can use to make your fence. So let's take a look here. So we already looked at this workbench, a blacksmith place. We already looked at all this stuff. The only thing I don't have is a repair bench, so I'll make that eventually. So you can make a hunting so you can make the very biggest hunting cabin C. And there's lots of wood out here. It's B, there's A right there. Then the small cabin, the minimum cabin that you gotta have, that you can set as a base so all your NPCs will flock to that base and be available whatever spot that base is in. That's why it's gotta be out here. It doesn't cost that much to make it. Oh, wait, there's other things. So the sticks, so you can pick up all those branches and make livestock fences, which are not for livestock. At least I'm not using them for livestock. I'm using them to try to fence off areas so that the infected can't get at me, and then a livestock door, so at least I can get in and out without having to hop over my fence every time. There's also wooden walls, so I'm never going to run out of logs, but wood, there's always lots of need for wood. Eventually, I'm hoping to make, you know, a wooden floor base that I could put a watchtower on. Or I don't think you necessarily put it on. Maybe you create the base and then you can create the watchtower as a part of the base. I'll have to see. One of these days I will make it. And we'll see how that all works out. There's a feeder for your chickens. I don't plan on having any chickens. I mean, I could, but I just don't care. Lantern, post light. Well, you need electricity. Floodlight, you need electricity, but it doesn't need wood. Okay, you can make furniture, lots of furniture, special types of beds, lockers. So there are a lot of lockers you can find in the game. I wouldn't recommend you make lockers, except for maybe a security locker if there ever comes a day. Okay, just making sure he's working. Making sure he's working, man. I saved him. I saved him from bandits, so this is the least he can do is cut down trees for me. So I don't know if there ever come a time when we'll need to change lockers for security lockers. So I haven't had bandits raid my place yet. I don't know if that was a thing. End tables. So this is just decoration, you know. You don't need to have chairs in your house or anything. But there you go. Target, dummy target. Same difference. This was very helpful for me to work on practicing aiming so I could hit bandits and know how my throwing motion of this character works. So where do I need to aim in order to hit the target in the most effective spot that'll kill them. Okay, then there's lots more stuff over here. Well, not everything here needs wood, but some of it does. Wooden shield. Maybe one day I'll do that. Okay, so here's one of the things I thought about doing. Okay, he's still going. Is while he's doing that, you know, I'm one of these people who doesn't mind speeding up the day by performing tasks that like this 45-minute task is not going to take actual 45 minutes. Although the game time, it will be 45. So it's 8:29. I'm going to craft this myself and see how fast the time is actually going. Making sure that there's no mist, because if mist comes out, we gotta go find somewhere safe. I mean, high ground. Okay. Okay. Oh, my saw broke. My stupid saw broke. I need to go get another saw. But that's what I would do. What I would do is I would go in here and I would do one of these every 40, one at a time for 45 minutes. I wouldn't try to do all of them because at any time the mist can roll in, and man, that's a scary time. It's a scary time to be in the middle of watching you do something, do a task like that, and it's too easy to let the fog come up on you fast enough that you don't cancel out of the task you're doing and end up getting something else. Getting out, canceling it, and then getting to safety. I've had it happen before. It was my very first death. Very first death was putting some engine parts in a car, No, was it putting them in or taking them out? I think it was putting them in. Either way, it doesn't matter. And yeah, I didn't know the rules, and one of them came right up on me, one of the infected, and totally killed me. Totally killed me. You know, I should have a saw over here. Here's a stick. Yeah, so I was working on sticks. These take like 2 minutes each, I think. So I got lots of sticks for making fences. Let's see, I got a saw. Good. Okay, they're both at 100%. I'm gonna go back there. Yeah, I got. Oh. Okay, whatever. I'll just jump over it. So anyway, yeah, this video is getting 15 minutes, 16 minutes long, and this is all about Scott. The girls, as far as I could tell, they're really, I can't discern if they can actually do anything. Rachel seems, she's military, so you'd think she would be a good fighter. And I think there's been videos of her fighting, shooting and all that stuff when bandits come around or the infected. But I have not seen that. There he is. There he is. Keep going, my good man. So I'm just going to kind of follow him around, speed up time, watching for white mist rolling in. Okay, we're still good. So this is an hour and a half right here. I'll do another one. So this is 2 hours and 25 minutes, or 15 minutes. And then this last one is 3 hours. And considering that Scott does his cutting you can set him up for 3 hours. So right now, it's basically done. I think he should be back over here. Scott? Oh, watch out. Scott? Scott? No, where are you? He could be over here. Oh, he's still working. Still working away. Good man, Scott. Alright. Alright, we're going to get him, assign him some more work. Oops. Sign work. Cut down trees. 3 hours. There you go. And yeah, he's kind of gone far from the base. And it's possible that depending on where he's at when you give him the command, I don't know if he can go farther based on where you give him command, or if it's still based on how far he is from the camp or the base as far as he can, you know, the farthest that he can go. So make some more wood. I'm just gonna keep. I've got more logs here that I'm going to know what to do with. And I think it also kind of slows down the performance of the game, because it has to draw all this wood instead of just the trees that were there in that place. But I'm okay with that. So the whole day is just this. I'm going to do one more. Should I do one more? It's getting dark. Getting starving. He's still working. Alright, so he's down this area. I'm going to give him one more assignment. Okay, cut down trees. And then, okay. He's not even going to finish that tree. He's got all these trees that haven't been done and trees over there. But yeah, once he's done, this will be so much easier and safer a trip for me. And it's getting, let's see, it's getting close to 4 o'clock. I'm probably going to head back to the base. I'll take some of the, actually I got logs back at the base, so I can use those to make more wood. And I have no place to put it. I've used up most of my locker space, or at least the locker space I allocated for making wood. Making the wooden boards. So I'm just gonna let him. He's got 3 hours. We'll come back tomorrow and see how well he's done. Well, I mean, I'll come back. I don't think we need to keep coming back here. I don't think I need to. Oh, God damn. And the lights on this car, that's, that's not a lot of lights. And at night, it's terrible. The driving is just terrible. So I don't recommend you ever do anything or ever push whatever you're adventuring on too far out into the night. Alright, a little bump there. Yeah, there we go. Oops. Alright, so I got a lot of wood. I'm just going to go pick up a whole bunch, make some more wood before I go to bed. So anyway, that's it. This is just the Scott video. Yeah, when Scott is doing stuff, you can either take advantage of the fact that you have all this wood lying around and make some, or logs lying around and make some wooden boards. Or you can pick up the little branches that fall from his cutting and make a ton of sticks with them. An absolute ton of sticks. You do whatever you want. You can go off an adventure and do other things that are unrelated, but I like to stay right where Scott is, so when 3 hours is up, I can tell him, go cut more trees. Because I need him to cut a bunch of trees, a bunch. And yeah, I'm going to go up here and finish off whatever I'm doing. I still don't trust that the game won't allow... Okay, that's very late. I think that the game will still occasionally allow one of the infected to get inside, and I'm so afraid they're going to come inside. I'm going to be doing this, and then the affected are going to be all over me. All over me, and I'm going to die, because I think that I have the what's the word I'm trying to come up with? Because I have the expectation that because I've thought that I made my house or my base, infected safe, that it's actually going to be that way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll still find them occasionally in the base. So that's it for this video, 22 minutes long. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. We'll do some more videos, and I hope you enjoy this one. And later, dudes.